step into a bit more of an exploration of this part of the story, of this landscape of meaning, this conceptual landscape. And I find one of the ways I like to do this is to go back to looking at what Michael took from memory theory. And some of the understandings from that I think help us to have a bit of a story of what story is about. If that makes sense, it probably doesn't. There we go. There we are. Now, a couple of things. One is that, this is I think helpful in relation to thinking about trauma and the impact of trauma, and that's where Michael sort of situated his thinking about it. It was some ideas that were taken of memory theory that were taken from Russell Mears, Australian psychiatrist Russell Mears, who works with mostly women, because it's mostly women who have a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder, that particular diagnosis that most people that in the psychiatric system don't want to work with, and that Mears has found 99.9% of the people who have that diagnosis have had an experience of trauma, some experience of trauma in their life, or trauma being also including neglect as trauma. And that's, So Mears wrote a book that Michael was interested in, Intimacy and Alienation. And it's just one particular chapter, this chapter on memory theory that is useful, I think, to us. It is an approach that's not narrative. The whole approach they use, this group in Sydney use, is psychodynamic in origin. Russell Mears' father was Ainsley Mears, who's a very famous psychoanalyst, no? English, I think. Anyway, but Mears has really gone into this memory theory and memory systems, and particularly in relation to the impact of trauma on these different memory systems and how trauma impacts them differently. So memory systems, it comes from psychology, just these different ways that we store memories, these different ways that develop, that we have available to us to store memory. And I'm going to go through them, and it's not about us coming to be experts on memory theory, because it's more about just getting the story of it. So there's some terms, don't get too caught up, technical terms. I just want you to go with the story of it, because I think it contributes to our understanding of what this landscape is about. And also supports us in thinking about trauma. And we're going to look at the practice of the absent but implicit as a way of responding to trauma. We're going to look at that this afternoon.